Imagine an economy so massive, it rivals entire countries like Switzerland or the Netherlands. That is the magic number. 1 trillion US dollars. Right now, 5 Indian states are in a brutal, high-speed race to cross this finish line first. For decades, India was seen as one single economy. But today, the real story is happening at the state level. It is a battle of ideologies. The factory of the South versus the tech capital. The financial giant West versus the rising giant of the North. But this race is not easy. Every state is facing a crisis. Crumbling infrastructure saturation, political instability, and global slowdowns are threatening to derail their dreams. The gap between the rich states and the poor states is widening, creating a high-stakes economic war. Yet, despite the odds, billions are being poured into mega projects. New airports, defense corridors, and semiconductor plants are rising from the dust. Who is really winning? Is it Maharashtra, the defending champion? Tamil Nadu, the industrial beast? Or the dark horse, Uttar Pradesh? Let's look at the hard data and find out. Maharashtra, the defending champion. Let's start with the undisputed king, Maharashtra. If Maharashtra were a country, it would already be the 35th largest economy in the world. With a GSDP of over $490 billion, it contributes nearly 13% to India's total GDP. Mumbai is the financial heart, hosting the Bombay Stock Exchange and the headquarters of almost every major bank. Pune is the auto and IT hub. For years, Maharashtra has been the default choice for foreign investment. It seems like an easy win for them to reach $1 trillion by their target of 2028. But the king is bleeding. Mumbai is choking. The city is infamous for its breaking point infrastructure. Traffic congestion and sky-high real estate costs are pushing companies to look elsewhere. Gujarat is snatching major projects like the Foxconn semiconductor deal, and Bangalore is taking the tech talent. The growth rate has slowed down compared to the hungry competitors. But Maharashtra is fighting back with the most aggressive infrastructure overhaul in human history. The massive Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, the coastal road, and the massive Samruddhi Mahamarg Expressway connecting Mumbai to Nagpur are game changers. These aren't just roads, they are economic arteries designed to unlock the hinterland. With the new Navi Mumbai International Airport and a renewed push in logistics, Maharashtra remains the favorite. But they can no longer sleep at the wheel. The gap is closing. Tamil Nadu, the silent industrial giant. Move down south and you find a different kind of beast, Tamil Nadu. They don't make the loudest noise, but they make everything else. From cars to iPhones, this state is the workshop of India. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has set a deadline, $1 trillion by 2030. Unlike other states that rely on one or two major cities, Tamil Nadu is a multi-engine jet. They have Chennai for auto, Coimbatore for textiles, Hosur for electronics, and Thoothukudi for shipping. They have the highest gross enrollment ratio in higher education in India. Their workforce is skilled, educated, and ready. However, the conflict here is the old economy trap. Tamil Nadu is excellent at manufacturing, but they lag behind in the flashy, high-value startup ecosystem that drives massive valuations. They missed the first wave of the IT boom to Bangalore and Hyderabad. Manufacturing has lower profit margins than software, making the climb to 1 trillion much harder and slower. The comeback strategy is brilliant. They are pivoting to high-end manufacturing. They are now the iPhone capital of India. Tata Electronics, Foxconn, and Ola's massive future factory are expanding massively in Hosur. They are building a fintech city in Chennai to challenge Mumbai. Tamil Nadu's strength is stability. They might not have the fastest sprint, but in a marathon, the diversified industrial base makes them the most resilient contender in this race. Karnataka, the tech titan. Now we cross the border to Karnataka. This is the Silicon Valley of Asia. Home to Bengaluru, a brand so powerful it is a verb. If you want to build a unicorn in India, you come here. Karnataka exports nearly 40% of India's software. Their economy is fueled by high-income jobs. The per capita income in Karnataka is among the highest in the country. They have a massive advantage in AI, aerospace, and biotechnology. The wealth generation here is explosive because software scales faster than factories. But Karnataka has a fatal flaw. It is a one-city wonder. Bengaluru generates the vast majority of the state's tax revenue, and the city is collapsing under its own weight. The water crisis, the infamous traffic jams, and the outer ring road flooding are scaring away investors. Companies are threatening to move to Hyderabad or even Tamil Nadu. But the state is waking up. The Beyond Bengaluru initiative is trying to push growth to cities like Mangalore and Hubli. They are investing heavily in the suburban rail network and new metro lines to decongest the capital. They are also aggressively courting Tesla and semiconductor fabs to diversify into hardware. If they can fix Bengaluru's infrastructure and grow a second city, they could reach $1 trillion faster than anyone expects simply due to the high value of the tech sector. Uttar Pradesh, the dark horse. For decades, UP was called a Bimaru state, a drag on the Indian economy. But today, the narrative has flipped completely. Under Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, UP has declared a war on poverty with a target of a $1 trillion economy by 2027. The scale of UP is its power. With 240 million people, it is a massive consumer market. The state has built an incredible network of expressways connecting every corner of the vast land. The upcoming Noida International Airport in Jivar will be one of the largest in Asia. But the conflict is deep-rooted. The per capita income is still very low. A $1 trillion GDP with a poor population is not the same as a rich economy. They lack a mature industrial ecosystem compared to Gujarat or Tamil Nadu. The perception of law and order, while improving, still makes some global investors hesitant. UP is countering this with the Defense Industrial Corridor and massive investments in Noida and Greater Noida. They are turning the NCR region into an electronics hub that rivals the south. They are also leveraging religious tourism in Ayodhya and Varanasi to generate billions in cash flow. UP recently overtook Tamil Nadu in GDP estimates to become the second or a borderline third largest economy in India. They are growing fast. While 2027 might be overly ambitious, UP is no longer a spectator. They are a serious contender. Gujarat, the business powerhouse. Finally, we look at Gujarat, the land of business. This is the state that gave India the gift city, the country's first operational smart city and international financial services center. Gujarat is an export machine. They handle a massive chunk of India's cargo. They are the leaders in petrochemicals, diamonds, and pharmaceuticals. With the backing of massive conglomerates like Reliance and Adani, Gujarat executes projects at lightning speed. However, Gujarat faces a criticism similar to manufacturing states. It is capital-intensive but creates fewer jobs compared to the service sector. They have struggled to create a vibrant white-collar culture and nightlife that attracts young, creative talent like Bangalore or Mumbai does. But Gujarat is playing the long game with the future of technology, semiconductors. The Dholera Special Investment Region is set to become India's first semiconductor city with Micron's massive plant. They are aiming to be the hardware capital of the world, not just India. Gujarat has the political will and the money. By capturing the semiconductor and green hydrogen supply chains, they are positioning themselves to be the most strategic economy in the race. The hidden challenges. But there is a trap that could stop everyone. Fiscal discipline. Some states are burning money on freebies and subsidies to win elections, leaving no money for bridges and roads. The state that wins the $1 trillion race won't just be the one with the biggest factories. It will be the one that manages its debt the best. The final verdict. So, who crosses the $1 trillion line first? If we look at the current growth rates, Maharashtra is still the most likely to break the barrier first, simply because of its massive head start. But the race for second place is where the real action is. Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are neck and neck, fighting a battle between manufacturing stability and tech volatility. Meanwhile, UP is sprinting from behind, fueled by sheer volume. The winner of this race isn't just one state. It is India. When 5 different states compete to build better roads, faster airports, and smarter cities, the entire nation moves forward. The $1 trillion mark is not just a number. It is the arrival of a new global superpower. Which state are you betting on? Let us know in the comments. And please subscribe for more amazing content.